good afternoon, everybody out there in TV land and Manchester, New Hampshire, and all the surrounding areas. Kind of a misty, rainy day, isn't it?
It is.
But I love it.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
nap
do you
day.
like the rainy day?
I'm all right with the rain.
Yeah, you know, I always say, you know, if you believe in God, which, you know, if the Spirit is washing the earth of all that's filth, right? Too bad it couldn't wash the minds of people. You know what I mean? Because we got a lot of
Scott.
angry, hostile people.
Bring it here, I'll fix it.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're doing something different. We're doing, for me, we're doing a Facebook recording as well. Cami is doing it as well. Isn't she a hot looking, well, you're married, so you can't say that. I can and get away with it. She's a hot looking tamale, see?
Here we go.
You know, there you go. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And Cami and Chris?
Yep.
Hey, I got his name.
You
right.
did get it right.
Oh my God, miracles happen every day.
It says we're
Don't be
live.
shy, just relax. Take a deep
says we're live,
breath.
so
Have you ever been on TV before?
No.
I think you're tagged.
No?
tagged
I was the first time for everything, isn't here. And if things go well, we'll be having you come on more if you
Perfect.
enjoy it, okay?
Sounds good.
And
We're just experiencing a little bit of technical difficulty.
Yeah, that's
but
okay.
You guys talk amongst yourselves.
okay, so Chris, how did you find out about Cami?
So I've been kind of seeing Cami on Facebook and other social media.
You gotta
for
bring
the
your
wa-
microphone.
Oh, closer.
Yeah, there you
This
go.
is good. So I've seen her on Facebook and some other social media. So I started kind of connecting with her there, and then she mentioned needing a speaker for one of her upcoming events. So I agreed to do that.
You enjoy it?
Yeah, so far so good. Yeah.
You're learning how to find out who you are, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a lot of just trying to get out of your comfort zone, I guess. And
Oh, absolutely. And I always want, what I always tell people, Chris, is remember every day you're a winner.
right.
And you are. See, I don't believe in the thing of failure. Everything, oh my God, I can't do that. You know, no. You may be down, but you can bring yourself back up. Everything is a life experience, a
Sure.
life lesson.
Yep,
Okay?
makes sense.
Like Candy, she's been down and she's brought herself right back up more than once, haven't you, Candy?
A bunch of times.
And you wouldn't do it any other way.
I
you
know. Hey, that's how you learn and grow. That's how
Yeah,
you become
absolutely.
a better person.
Yeah.
If you're not failing, shame on you. If you're not failing, you're not trying. Right?
Yeah. And when you're gorgeous like you and I, see, you know, we don't have to worry because our beautiful looks will get us where we
Where
want.
you need to
Well,
go,
like
yeah.
a dream, you know. But you know, and you know, everybody. I don't care who they are. Everybody, I don't care if you're homeless. I don't care if you're a drug abuser or whatever. If you truly have had enough, you can get better.
And then just go.
Sure.
You know,
Yep.
and you really can. If you really want to say, I can do it, and you can.
Okay, we're live.
Yep, makes sense.
You're doing it.
Yeah, trying.
Okay. You see, no, just say, I'm doing it.
I'm doing it. You're
Okay.
right.
Confidence, I'm doing it. Repeat after
I'm
me.
doing it.
I am the winner.
I am the winner.
Cami and I both are winners, are we not?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been through hell and back. I wouldn't change anything.
You know, I love me today. And I wouldn't be me if I hadn't gone through all the stuff I gone
And
through.
you're right. And I love kissing myself. Go ahead, give yourself a big kiss. You too. Is that hard?
No.
Isn't it great?
On the movie The Secret, and
Yeah,
we've all
yeah.
heard The Secret, Bob Proctor does that. He says, sometimes I just,
I
and he
do.
just kisses up and down. I just love me. You know?
You know, and that's the whole thing. It took me years to learn how to love myself. It took me 60 years to let go of the anger issues that I had.
Sure.
And the sad part was, people probably didn't remember that I was angry at them or they were angry, you know. I mean, 60 years is a long time, you know. And who remembers? And I'm going to tell you one thing, Katie. I've never said this to you. You've been a big inspiration in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
It's always good to hear that because plenty of people want to let me know that I'm not.
You are one of my biggest. I love having you come on my show because you are an inspiration.
Thank you.
You do help people, and we have a best friend in common who thinks you're the most greatest lady going, James.
I'm glad to hear that.
And I'm hoping that he'll be able to make it today. You know, and you inspire a lot of people. Are you inspiring yourself?
I am, and last Tuesday I spoke for a group called Realtors for Recovery
Yeah.
that is supporting the opioid crisis, and we did a talk last Tuesday in Portsmouth called Sharing Hope, Stories of Recovery. And there were 8 of us that spoke, and when I got up and spoke about my daughter, you know, you've met my daughter.
Beautiful girl.
Thank you. Anytime I mention my daughter, she's the only thing that will make me cry. And I had my 10 minutes up there, and it was a very different speaking engagement for me because I've spoken at AA meetings hundreds of times, specifically to other addicts, and then I've spoken on business stages hundreds of times. But this was a mixed group of anybody and everybody, and I was talking about addiction and not about business, and it choked me up a little bit. And people said, I really appreciate that. I appreciate your authenticity, and I've never seen you so vulnerable. So that was a good, yeah.
That's like, I've been sober now 23 years, almost 24.
Another thing we have in common?
Right.
Not that long.
No, but my son, he gave me a choice. Either get it together, or I wouldn't have him and my daughter-in-law, and my granddaughter wasn't born then, And I said, you know what, they're right. It shows. I had to hit rock bottom. You had to hit rock bottom. And it shows us that you can stay on that pity pot all day long if you want to. You can stay there, I'm homeless, I can't do this, I can't do that. My mother hates me, my brother hates me, everybody hates me. You know what? You hate yourself, so don't blame the other people.
Well, you know what? When I was on that stage, I gave 3 pieces of advice that I always give. Number 1, take responsibility. Take responsibility for where you are. I talked about how my brother is dead now because of this disease, and I was sharing with my mom a few months ago that the reason he's dead and I'm not is because he was always blaming her. It's her fault. We were both adopted from totally different families, so we were always conspiring about this family we were in and how horrible it was. And when I grew up, I was like, you know what? She did the best she could with what she had. And it's not her fault. Every pill I pop, every drink I take is my fault. He never took responsibility and he's dead. So take responsibility. And the other thing is change your playgrounds and your playmates, because who you hang out with is a reflection of what you're going to be. You take the 5 people you hang out with the most, and you can pretty much dictate, how much money you make and what you do.
I'm going to give you a message from him.
Okay.
If I may.
Sure.
He said he wished he had to listen to you. And he says this is from someone who's a spirit who was someone so angry when he passed that his spirit has become very restless. And he's actually now, because you've been talking to him, he wants to know if you and your mom will forgive him.
Yeah, of course we forgive him.
You have to, not for him so much, but that's for
Yeah.
you. And I would encourage you to write a letter to him and burn it with sage.
Okay.
Okay? Because what you're doing is you're getting rid of all that negative energy. You're going to find this becomes a very spiritual show, too.
Sure.
I don't mean God show, but you're going to find that. And he also, he told me to tell you he misses the both of you.
Aw.
Okay? Do you have a dog that passed?
I've had a couple of dogs.
Because they're with you. My dog passed away 4 weeks ago tomorrow.
Oh.
But we had a good life together, I also want to tell you, Chris, you hit rock bottom a few times, haven't you?
Sure.
And you've never given up, though.
Nope.
Even though you wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you want to say, I've had enough, I can't take anymore. And you know what? I want you to get angry. I encourage people to get angry. I really do. Because right now, Chris, you have you're like a volcano ready to explode.
Oh, yeah?
You understand what I mean by
sure.
that? And I don't want to see you take it out on your beautiful wife.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay. Don't ever say that. Okay, right? I would like you to write out all your anger. Or go out into the... Are you sports-minded? You play tennis?
I don't play tennis, but I do play some sports, yeah.
Okay. Take all your anger out, like playing sports, cleaning your house, okay? Or just writing.
Okay.
When you start writing and writing and writing and writing, then you're going to be amazed at how much you write. You do a lot of writing.
Well, and also, like really writing with a pen and paper, not typing.
Oh, no, you can't type that.
Because when you write, it engages something, and
Right.
you really start to come up with other ideas that you wouldn't if you were doing this.
Yeah. And if the word is misspelled, leave it.
Right.
Don't. You're a perfectionist. Everything you
Yeah,
have
that's
to do
true.
is very much as perfectionist. Your wife is also a perfectionist.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're more so.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Norton's Community Corner.
Hi, Norm. This is Michael DeSalavy. We've spoken a couple of times before. I'm a friend of Cami's.
Yeah.
Michael is down in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
He's been a friend
But he
for...
doesn't respond back to me when I talk to him.
Uh-oh. Michael,
Yes.
have you read Mingle to Millions?
I responded to you. If you sent me a message and I didn't respond, then I apologize because
Okay.
I didn't get it.
Okay,
My-
'cause you were setting me up with somebody else, and I never heard from either one of you after that.
Michael, guess who I talked to
Yes.
this morning for the first time in 5 years?
Gil.
No, Patrick Mazer.
Your hat's
Oh,
wrong.
wow.
Well,
Is he single?
no. I wish. I wish.
Michael, you have to behave yourself.
No, but he's been watching what I've been doing, and he's interested in doing some collaboration. I'm beside myself. It's like Jesus himself reached out and touched you on the head and said, "I will bestow you a blessing, my child." That's how big it is for me.
Michael, tell me how you
yeah.
and Tammy met. Tell my new viewing audience.
We met from when she was living in Staten Island, and it was part of her network marketing period. I was recruited by her husband at the time into the company, and I got a call from this woman who I had never met before.
love
A
it,
few days
actually.
after I signed up, and she said, "Hi, we haven't met each other, but we're business partners, and there's going to be a training on Saturday at this place. I think it was Staten Island or New Jersey. No, it was Staten Island." She said, "And I'm speaking, and I'll expect to see you there."
You know, are you
And I
prepared to
knew-
move?
Sorry?
Are you prepared to move?
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna
Yes,
be moving
I-
to. You're gonna be moving to a
as
whole
ma-
new
as a matter-
location.
As a matter of fact, I was listening to the two of you talk before I called in.
Yeah.
And one of the things I wanted to mention is I'm moving because I know it's the right thing for me to do, but what gives me the courage to know that I can do it is knowing Cami for as long as I have. I mean, I've seen her pick up and move 3 or 4 different times, and in a couple of cases they were big moves to places where she didn't know a soul. And she made it happen, and she reinvented herself, and she did what she had to do. And that's part of what makes me know that I can do it. I'm planning on moving to California.
I was just gonna say that. Thank you, but do it in the upper part of California, right?
No, the low Palm Springs.
Pumps. Oh, okay.
Really?
I also there's a gentleman that is telling you that he's gonna go wherever you go, he'll follow.
Yes, I know. I got that. And
Did he lose a
thank you for
partner?
saying that, because
Okay.
it's very nice to hear it again.
Okay, he's telling me to tell you that he loves you, but he wants you to stop dwelling and to move forward with your life, because you have his blessing if you find somebody that's new.
Well, and thank you again. And honestly, that's all about what this move is about. Because I finally came to the realization that I can't move forward staying in the same place.
Right.
I
Oh, you
can't
got
move
all
forward
you.
staying-
But in 3 years, if you're not a millionaire or more by then it's going to be your own fault.
Got it.
Well, my friend, you've got the tools. You know how to reach out and create listings. And if you need some help, I can help you create that $1 million from calling on listings out there, because that's a whole different price point, a whole different group of people.
Is
So,
he in real estate?
yeah.
Absolutely.
Can I actually see a $2.5 million house that you're going to be selling?
Hello?
Hello?
We're here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I thought I lost you somehow.
Yeah. No.
But no.
You're going to be selling a lot of very, very expensive houses because you're getting your confidence back.
Oh yes, definitely.
Okay.
I'm definitely getting my confidence back.
Remember to
I
be
mean,
the
no,
person you are, not what you are, who you. Remember the things that Cami has taught you, and follow through with them. Are you going to be perfect? Is she perfect? No, not yet, but we're going to be. But remember what she had taught you, and by the way, you look beautiful in drag.
Oh God, I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't even imagine that.
Not with that mustache of yours.
You have to shave it off. Yeah. When last time I did that, the last time I dressed in drag, my wig fell off, my boob fell out, my heel broke. So I said,
Wow.
I guess I won't do that anymore. But I also will tell you, you're going to be the person that I see you meeting will be a person who is like 5 years younger than you are, and actually you're going to meet him through the spirit of your partner.
Okay, well, that's interesting.
Okay.
So
So
I'm open.
yeah, one of the things I want to know with you is what have you taken and put into the pot of stew that you have learned from Cami?
Well, first of all, I never ever go to a networking event and ask someone what they do. You know, and I find that when you ask different questions like what are you reading, or who's your mentor, or what do you like to listen to, things like that, you know, it's so true that like you really throw people off guard and you wind up having an actual authentic conversation. And the best part of the whole thing is when you want to follow up the next day, you don't have to worry about just being a face in the crowd because they know exactly who you are. You're the only person who asked them that question.
Yeah, you know. And the one thing about you, you do listen. Even though you don't always, even though you don't appear to be listening, you're always in deep thought, but you are actually listening to what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, you know, I try to work on that.
Yeah. You don't, just be you. Don't try to be something that you can't be. Always just be you, and you too. You gotta be you or it's not gonna work.
I gotta be me.
I gotta be free.
Glorious me.
I was just thinking the same thing. I gotta be me.
Well, let's all say it together. I gotta be me.
Gotta be me.
I gotta be
I
me.
gotta be me.
That's right. And when you start saying, this is who I am, and it's a beautiful thought. I'm a jerk at times. I don't like being a jerk at times. I'm grumpy at times, but I've been doing a lot of reevaluating of my life, and you know what? I'm beginning to really more and more realize who I am, not what I am, because I'm a bitch.
You're running out of time. You better figure it out.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm going to need to 107.
Oh,
okay.
Well, I can see that.
Yeah, I asked the Spirit to let me continue doing my reads until I'm at least 85 to 90 years old. So I got a long way to go. Of course, I'm only 37.
Right, of course.
No one ever believes me.
I believe you.
There you go. See? Yeah. Well, you know what? You're only as young as your heart feels.
That's true.
I visualize, I don't have my cards on you, but I'm visualizing an ace of diamonds for you. An ace of diamonds is always a good, solid motivation for you. It means a lot of good news coming to you, and it means a lot of good success. However, I also see a 7 of diamonds with a 7 of clubs, which means you've spent a lot of money. Now it's good time for you to recoup it back.
Right.
Okay? And when are you leaving from California?
My plan is February 4th.
You're going sooner.
Oh, okay. Well, to be very honest with you, I'm ready to go right now.
I'm actually encouraging you to go before Christmas. Because if you don't, you're going to always wonder, could I, should I, would I? I'm in a singing mood.
Right.
And I actually will see the person that I see you meeting, like I said, will be like 5 years younger than you, but I also see you adopting a child.
You see me, what was the child?
Adopting a child.
Oh, well, but that would be a stretch for me, but I guess anything's possible.
No, it wouldn't, because you would be a wonderful, wonderful parent.
You would.
You would and actually, I see a child that has some kind of a disability, but you and your partner will fall in love with it, and the person that you are with will help you find that child.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. Stop shortchanging yourself. Be the winner.
Hey, Michael, do you know what company you're going to sell real estate with when you get out there?
Probably Keller Williams, the same one I'm with now. As a matter of fact, I just got off a phone call with the team leaders, so we can kind of get to know each other.
Yeah. I also will tell you got to have your own real estate business.
Oh, okay.
And that is because of the teachings you got from Cami. Boy, am I building you up today,
I know. It's like the
girlfriend.
Cami Baker show.
Yeah.
It's Cami's Corner.
Yeah.
There you go. And like I was
Absolutely.
telling her, she's always been a great inspiration to me.
Nice.
I don't have time for
I
pity
just-
pots. Do you?
Nope.
No. And neither
You
you
know,
no
Norm,
more. Write a letter to your partner that passed and let him know how you feel, because that way you're going to get rid of a lot of the emotions that you've had.
Okay.
Stop doubting. He still loves you even though he's on the other side.
Right.
You two were different as night and day, weren't you?
I'm sorry?
You two were very much different, weren't you?
Yes.
You know, you were the queen bee, and he was the one that let you control.
Yeah, more or less, I guess you could say.
You're also a perfectionist.
Yes.
Okay. Did your mom pass?
No.
Okay. Are you angry with her?
Am I angry with her? No, not really.
Okay. Let go of any
Yeah, I
feelings
mean,
you have. She doesn't always understand you, but I want you to know she loves you and supports you.
Oh, I know that. And you're 100% right. Neither of my parents understand me. They never have.
And you
But they've done everything they possibly could for me, and they love me, and that's all I can ask for. But no,
Right.
neither of my parents has ever understood me.
well, would you want them to?
Well, I mean, it would be a nice change of pace,
Yeah.
but
Well-
it's just not gonna happen. But
No.
I know they
Well,
love me, and they've always been
And
there
that's
for
the
me.
main thing. Is as long as you love your parents love you. You know, that's all that counts. You know.
Right. And like I said, they've always been there, no matter what.
I actually see you having Cami fly out to Palm Springs, and you two will collaborate together on giving a class.
That would be phenomenal because nobody commands a room like Cami. Well, with the possible exception of Patrick Major.
Well,
But
to be continued, because there's some collaboration going on there. I can't tell you how excited I am.
woohoo!
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see that happening. And you know, Norm, I'll give you a fun little fact about the day I met Cami. You know, you've read her book, right?
No, I don't read.
Okay. Well,
I read Braille.
Cami talks about this red dress that she was given from a coworker when she first became a listing agent, and she was very hungry, but she really didn't. She was like ignorance on fire, I guess is a good way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
And she needed listings and she needed money, and this woman gives her this dress, and she felt that it made her feel powerful. I won't give it away for anyone who hasn't read the book.
And what's the name of the book?
Being, Mingle to Millions, the art and science of building business relationships and mastering referrals.
Masturbating?
He's my guy.
And-
Yeah.
Did you say masturbating?
No.
Oh.
Mastering
Mastering.
referrals.
Oh.
Mastering referrals. You know, and actually, it's also, her book is actually one of my networking tools because I keep extra copies with me, and when I meet somebody who's really interesting, I give it to them as a gift.
Well, we have a very good friend that is very much enthralled by Cami, Jim,
James.
and James. He watches her show. He does, and he has read a book I don't know how many times. And this
Yeah.
guy, and he's watching her show and
Well,
everything.
I was wearing that red dress when I met you. Is that the story?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I got sidetracked into the book, but yeah, that was the point of the story. That the day I met Cami, she was wearing that same red dress.
You know, if I had known then what I know now, I would still have that suit and I would wear it on stage.
Yeah.
Especially now that my colors are red.
Right.
With a slight touch of blue. Or yellow.
I mean-
happiness.
It definitely added to the magnetism on the stage. I mean, you know, there were other speakers that day. They told their corny jokes and explained what they had to explain. But when Cami came on the stage, that was it. It was like, okay, that's who it is.
Doesn't that make you feel good to hear that?
It does. You know what, Michael? When I first came back 2 years ago, when I left that relationship in Washington and I escaped in November, when I came back 2 Decembers ago, you left me a beautiful message on my phone, and I still have that message because I was in such a bad place. I was beat down, and you left me a message about how much you appreciated me, and I still have that message. I want you to know I've kept it in my phone, and I appreciate you.
Wow.
See?
Well, I mean,
she's learning from you as well as you're learning from her.
What? I've learned so much from her.
But she's also learned from you, right?
Kumbaya,
my Lord, kumbaya. Oh,
it's a singing show today.
There you go. My son will call and tell me not to sing anymore. Okay, guys, we got to let you go so you can have other calls.
I love you, Michael. Thank you for always being there for me. Let's talk more about your move, huh?
Yeah, she'll be on again, but Facebook me. We'll talk some more. Okay.
All right. Bye.
Okay, we'll do.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So, young man, are you involved with what her teachings are?
So I just started working with her just on the mastermind classes first, and then going from there.
How long is that then?
Well, we have our first one coming up in the end of the month.
Oh, so you just
The castle.
Yeah.
The castle series we're going to talk about.
So you just met me.
I think
Yeah.
we got a call coming in. Should we answer
Oh
that?
my goodness. Go ahead, hit that. Welcome to Norm's Community Corner.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Norm's Corner. Can we help you?
We got a lot of feedback there.
Hi, my name's Trisha.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not done.
What can we do for you, Trisha?
Is it Christian, Trisha, or Crystal?
Trisha?
Call us back.
So we're doing this event at
Okay.
Cyril's Castle in Wyndham, and it is so cool. This castle is. So my business partner, Lindy Eldridge, it says phone's on hold, is coming to town in October, and when she comes, we're doing a mastermind. We wanted a big, cool place to do it. We found the castle, and the castle has so many rooms. We opened it up to other mentors to come.
Yeah, there you go. Welcome to Norm's Community Corner.
Hi, Norm.
Hi. Hey, I'm getting a
I'm just
lot.
calling because you actually saw some of my friends on Blaine Street earlier.
Okay. You gotta turn your TV down. I'm getting a lot of feedback.
I think they are.
And like you,
Okay, lower your TV, please.
and you said like a lot of things to her that were true.
Okay. And how could I help you? Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better. Okay. And what
So
could
I
I...
was just wondering, is there anything that you could tell me over the phone?
Oh, I can tell you a lot. What did they see about you? You're a very nice person, but you got to start not trusting so many people so you don't get yourself in trouble. Do you understand what I mean by that? Is she there? Hello? Hello?
Wow, well that's very accurate, which is funny.
I also will tell you that you gotta start believing in that who you are and that you're a good person, okay?
Oh no, I totally understand that, which is also true.
Yeah, how old are you?
How old am I? I'm 21.
Okay, and I gotta make sure you're over 18 because you sound young. Do you have a child right now?
Do I have one? No.
Well, be prepared. Because you have a child coming very shortly.
Well, no, don't tell me that, Norm.
It's all up to you. You can prevent everything.
Oh my lord.
Okay, and
That's funny because I was actually talking about that with my friend.
okay, do you want a child?
Do I want one? I want one. I'm not sure about how soon.
Mother Nature doesn't care how soon you want it, okay?
Yeah, no, she doesn't. I'm on TV right now.
Actually, I'm going to encourage you to go back to school.
Go back to school?
Yeah.
No, you're right. I definitely need to go back to school.
You know, you're a lot smarter than you give yourself credit for.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You work as well?
Do I work? Yes.
Okay. And you have a pretty good job?
Yeah, it's not bad. Average.
But you enjoy it.
I do.
Okay? I want you to go back to school so that you can better yourself with your life.
Yes, you're
And
right.
I'd like to see you become like a, what do they call it? LMA, right? Yeah. I'd like to see you working with people. What do you do right now?
Right now, I'm just a cashier.
There's nothing wrong. No, you're a cashier. You're not just a cashier. You are a cashier. You're helping people, and you have a good personality. Please don't just say, I'm just a cashier. Please say, I am a cashier.
Oh, well, thank you.
Repeat
That
after
makes
me.
me feel a lot better.
Okay, say after me, I am a cashier.
I am a cashier.
And you're earning money, right?
I am.
And you're supporting yourself, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're supporting other people, right?
Yes, I do.
Cut it out. Take care of you.
Yeah, I know.
You do a lot of driving?
Yeah, I do, actually.
You know what speed limits are, right?
Huh?
You know what speed limits are, right?
Yes, I do.
You know,
Believe
you
it or
have
not,
to.
It's me that get in the accidents, but it's never my fault.
Well, oh, I love that. The next one will be your fault.
Well, I can tell
Oh,
you the
no.
last time I was on the show, you told me I was going to get pulled over, and within a week I got pulled over.
See, you don't listen. I love it when they don't listen. You know, you are going to be. If you're not careful, it's all everything is avoidable. Okay, there's nothing in concrete. There's nothing in writing. Okay, you can change everything you want in your life. Are you in a relationship right now?
It's complicated.
You don't need to be in it.
I don't.
No. Until you learn to accept. What's her name?
Trisha.
Tricia, until you learn to accept that Tricia is a great person and stop beating yourself up, and you deserve to have a great life. And I do see a lot of great changes coming to you, okay? And you're going to be very blessed by them. You're
I
very
appreciate
smart.
it.
You're very smart, are you not?
I am. I would
Okay.
say so.
You have a high school diploma?
No, actually, I haven't. I had to stop going to school because of an accident I got into in 2018.
Okay, I want you to go get your GED.
Okay.
You can do it, girl. If you can, a GED, you can do it, and then you can
do it,
you
can do it,
That's
you can
it.
do
See,
Thank
you can take the power that you've been given by the higher spirit, as Cami will tell you, and overcome all these bullcrap people, because I can't say the other word, and make yourself a winner every day.
You're very right.
You like your job?
I do.
Okay, because I see you getting either a raise or a promotion.
Oh.
Okay,
Funny, 'cause I've been getting talked to about a promotion for a while.
work hard and get it, girlfriend. You deserve it. No one is going to give you something that you don't deserve, whether it's negative or whether it's positive.
True that.
Okay, and you have a lot of problems walking at times, don't you?
I have a lot of problems. What?
You have a lot of problems walking at times.
Yeah, I do. I have
Okay.
arthritis in my feet. I was born with like club feet, so
Yeah.
they had surgery when I was really, really young.
I'm going to encourage you to drink cherry juice to take away a lot of the information that you have in the inflammatory. You know, I can't even say the word. The information.
Inflammation.
Yeah, the inflammation, inflammatory
Inflammatory.
stuff that you have, and it's going to help you sleep better at night.
Okay, I'll have to try it.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, there's nothing wrong with being kinky with sex.
Okay.
I'm very outspoken, you know that, you know. And I actually see that the person that you're with, you've got to learn to trust him more.
Yeah, I do.
Okay? If anybody was going to cheat, who do you think it would be?
Out of me and him,
Yeah.
definitely him.
No. You're flirtatious. And you would be the one without realizing. I call flirtatious cheating. I really. And by the way, he has no right to belittle you.
He has what?
He has.
He has no right to belittle you.
Oh, you're right.
Nor do you have any right to call him names.
Mm.
Okay? If you want this relationship to work, you both have to work at it together. Okay?
That ain't right.
Okay. Did your grandmother pass away on your mother's side?
No, she's actually one of my only grandparents that are still alive.
Okay, then it's on your father's side. Because
Yeah.
I'm getting a message that I'm getting a message that you need to do a little more housekeeping.
You should see my bedroom.
Yeah, okay. Let's fix it. Okay. And they want to know if you know how to use a vacuum cleaner. Is that my phone?
Yeah, it is.
I do, actually,
Okay.
believe it or not.
Okay. Well, they want you to vacuum clean it more. I got to let you go. I got another call coming. Call me at my house, all right?
All right, thank you.
Yeah, bye-bye. Who is it, Scott? My granddaughter? Oh, some other
Just flip
number?
it back up because the camera's still on.
Yeah.
Just flip it up.
Okay.
It shouldn't have gone off.
Want to see, how can we get that Facebook on that? Yeah.
Well, it's on, but
Okay.
if you want to bring it over here, I can look at it.
Yeah.
So Chris and I are. Oh shit! Another call.
Hello, North Community Corner.
Hey there.
Hey there.
Eldridge.
This is Lindy Eldridge. She's
Hello.
one of the speakers of the castle we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Hello, everybody.
Hello, how are you doing?
I am doing fabulous down here in the South Florida area.
Uh-huh. And so you know my friend Cami, huh?
Do I know your friend? I should ask you, do you know my friend Cami?
Oh, I've known Cami for many, many years.
Yeah, she is delicious, isn't she?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't try that, but that's all right.
So,
no terms.
so Lindy Eldridge lives in South Florida, and she's going to be here for the Castle series.
And what date is that?
It is October 21st, and we are all going to be teaching different things around business, and she would love to be here on your show, but she's not here, so she'll be here on the 17th.
Well, okay, and all right, let me look at my how long she's going to be here for?
She'll be here for about a week, and the event's on the 21st. You'd love it.
Yeah, I'll have
It'll be
to
a lot
check
of
my
fun.
schedule.
Check your schedule.
Set my schedule up
Check your
and see
schedule.
what we can do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. What motivated you to work with Cami?
I'm sorry?
What motivated you to work with Cami?
Because she's the real deal.
How do you know that?
How do I know that? I know Cami for many, 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 many years.
Okay.
And not only is she she is my best friend, but she's also the co-host of my TV show, Happiness Jungle,
Uh-huh.
that is aired out of Nashua, New Hampshire. And if there's one person that you could trust, whether it's as a friend, as a coach, as a co-entrepreneur, Cami is that gal. She
Well,
will
you're
never
getting a
let
lot
you
of build-up, Cami.
I know.
Isn't that cool?
It is cool. It's almost embarrassing. I told Chris, come on in, we'll talk about the event, and now it's just been the Cami show, but I appreciate that. Hey,
I'm fine with that.
I guess it's something I needed today.
Well, if you ask, I will deliver, and I only deliver the truth.
That's a cool
So
thing.
Cami has,
Oh, we got
yeah,
another call
Cami has
coming.
proven herself time and time, not only to me, but to so many
Can you
others.
put them on hold?
Her breakthroughs.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
We
Yeah.
are.
Honey, I could not lose
And
you.
her breakthroughs are just so authentic, and she's as transparent as they come. And you couldn't ask for somebody to have more than what she delivers.
And you know what? And I agree with you. I was just telling her. She's always been one of my biggest inspirations. I never told her that before, have I?
No.
No. I love having her on my show because she's always been one of my biggest inspirations to continue on. And believe it or not, when I felt like I wanted to kill myself or whatever, this voice always comes into my mind.
Huh. Wow. I'm suicide prevention.
Yeah, you really are.
That's wonderful.
Yes, you are suicide prevention.
Well,
You know.
and
There's a lot of prevention.
the reason we're having this event at the castle is because Lindy comes back every 6 months for her breast cancer checkup.
And she don't have any more, right?
Doesn't have it
And,
anymore.
and guess what? You're not going to have any more either.
Amen.
And the one
That is
thing
right.
I am going to tell you that you're going to do an awful lot of traveling.
Keep telling me. Keep going.
Do I have your permission to do a quick reading on you?
I would like that. Thank you, sir.
Okay. One thing I am also looking that you two are going to collaborate. Thank you. On a book together, and you're going to be going to England together.
I would do
I
that.
just got goosebumps.
So you
I
get.
just got goosebumps.
And I also will tell you there's a lady and a man who both have passed away and telling me to tell you they're very proud of you.
Thank you.
You know, and I'm not sure. Did your dad pass?
My mother just passed away 5 weeks ago, and I put them both to rest
Okay.
at the same time.
Okay. And what I'm going to tell you is that your mom is so proud of you because you've worked very hard and very diligently. Well, I can't even say words today.
Diligently.
See what you've done? You shut me all up. Maybe I'm going to go straight and don't know it. But you've worked very hard and diligently to do what you're doing. You've been down and out before, but with the inspiration, you two inspire each other.
That is true.
Okay? I also want you to be aware you're going to make it to 101 years old.
Oy vey.
I love it when people say that, you know? But I also want to tell you, is she in a relationship now?
She just met somebody a week ago.
Oh, he's going to work. Don't rush it. Take your time with this relationship. And don't allow him to control you.
I don't think anybody could control Lindy Eldridge.
Oh, yeah, and the right man could. Because she wants to please her man. Hey, I should go with me, you know. But I mean, actually, if you're not traveling and working on this book together, and very soon, because you're going to do a lot, like in Canada, you're going to do a lot of traveling. But the relationship that you are in is going to have to understand that you're your own person.
Very good.
You understand that, right? I also will tell you, did you lose a very close friend or a young man to drugs?
No.
Well, there's someone that's going to be coming that you might both know that decided they didn't want to listen, and they went back out instead of recovering for themselves, and they're going to go crossing over shortly after. These are like in his late 30s, early 40s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And you know what? And he made that choice.
Yeah.
Okay. And I won't tell you this. I'm not going to tell you that your success is going to be overnight. But I will tell you that you're going to keep growing, and it is going to be very successful for you.
Thank you.
Okay? And when you come in, she's only going to be here for a week.
Yeah, October 17th through the 25th.
Okay. I'm going to check my schedule because I would love to have you come on.
Oh, we would love that.
Okay, I'll let Cami know too, okay? I think we got 3 calls.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, we got another call coming in, Lovey. I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
All right, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for giving me the message from my parents. It meant the world to me.
Okay, you're more than welcome. Yeah.
Happy Christmas.
Yeah. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Every time you come in, I get a lot of phone calls.
Not what Michael calls, that's for sure.
Oh, that's last one. Yeah. I'm going to try to get a reading done on you. Huh? Oh, tell him. Come on in, Bill. He's our politician, my good friend. You know much better. What happened? No, sit right here.
Okay.
You never know who's going to wander
Okay.
in.
Yeah, no.
Hey, my friend Bill. All right, pull that chair right up there.
Okay, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Pull that mic right up there, Bill. Bill is the alderman from Ward 10 and one of my very good friends.
That's right.
And he and I, we take on the whole world. And I love it. You know,
We start at Ward 10 now.
right. But I love all the enemies. Because Bill is now, you're a coach now, right, Bill?
I'm helping out West High School football, which
And
is
you- and you're
great.
enjoying
I
every
actually
minute of
just left practice to come over here.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. This is Cami Baker.
Hi.
And
Cami.
this is
Chris.
Yep.
Chris. Okay, they are teaching, they are motivators, right?
We are.
Yeah, and motivators.
Yeah.
And they teach people
You should
how
come to one of our football practices for the kids.
There you
They
go.
need
How are they
motivation.
doing?
Actually, they're doing well. We're our record's 2-2,
Okay.
which is good. This is my first year with West, and they only won 2 games last year, so we're right at that mark.
Oh, you're
which
going to
is
win the
good.
championship.
Well, I don't know about that. But
I'll rephrase that.
we're making great strides. I
you're
should
gonna
say.
need to run it
A lot of every single kid is a great kid, and they show up to practice. They work hard, and that's all you can ask. You know.
Isn't that rewarding?
Oh, absolutely. I've been fortunate enough, even prior to my daughter being born, I coached for about 30 years in the city of Manchester, baseball, basketball, and football. So,
So you're sports minded.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
You know how I was the first male cheerleader in New Hampshire?
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. Honey, I could up jump them and I could flail, you know, doing a cartwheel and all that.
Way back then.
Way back then, they used to call me CCQ.
Geez,
But
why?
you
I'd
know,
love to see photos of that, wouldn't you, Bill?
Oh, I'd love
oh
to.
God, I can't even find my yearbook on that. But you know, what made you decide to run for alderman?
Well, I had retired. I worked for the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office for about 27 years. I retired in 2011. So I had the time. And we had actually moved, my wife and I and our daughter, moved into Ward 10 in 2004. So 2012, 13, I sat down with my wife and I said, hey, what do you think about running for alderman? And she kind of, really, you want to do that? And I understand why. I mean, it's definitely demanding, and if you do it right, I mean, and I field a lot of questions, a lot of emails weekly, and I get it done, but I get it done quickly. If someone asks for something to be done, it's very important to them, even though it may be minor to me. It's something big to them. So I take care of it like as soon as I can. As soon as I get that phone call or email, I'll notify the certain department that handles it, and we take care of it right away. So
And you know what I like about you, Bill? You, like you just said, you get it done.
right.
And when he doesn't demoralize your your opponents.
No, it's that's not what I'm in it for. I mean, and it's funny because when I first ran, I wasn't prepared for the onslaught of negative from opponents or whatever, or the other side, I guess. Which to me, everyone should be working together. But unfortunately, we do have other sides, I guess you could say, different philosophies or whatever. I wasn't prepared for it because I'm saying I'm running for alderman. I'm not running for president or United States senator or the U.S. Congress. I'm running for alderman in the city to make a difference and to work the ward and work for the city of Manchester. And it's important to me. I grew up here. I lived here all my life, and it's always been important that I give back to the community, because
So-
when I was growing up, they gave me a lot.
So you're a Mansionite. So you've
Oh,
always-
yeah. I grew up. I actually grew up down Elmwood Project, down the south end of Manchester, and my mother had 6 kids, and my mother and father were divorced early on.
What's the
And
Elmwood Project?
Down the south end of Manchester,
Okay.
Elmwood Garden it's called, but it's the projects. I mean, that's where we grew
Oh,
up.
when people they need
so-
help, they go there. or
Absolutely,
whatever. Oh,
yeah.
I see.
So
You're
back
not
then when you're growing up,
embarrassed,
you're kind of embarrassed, because my mother worked full time, but we struggled as a family and with money and so on, and so even going to school where you get a special ticket to get a lunch and things like that, it was embarrassing, But you know what? It made me stronger. It made me a lot better person, and you grow up. When you get older, when I went to college, graduated from college, and you appreciate the things that happen in your people that used to coach me when I played sports. I played baseball, basketball, and football growing up. and all the coaches that gave me their time. I made sure, one thing I did when I got older is I made sure I coached in every single league that I played in, because I wanted to give back to that certain league, you know.
You know, I know when you're coming from on the poor side, because I used to have that. I went into London, and you smile, you know, you get that free ticket, you know.
Yeah.
And you walk home, you hope nobody notices you because the kid.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, because in London, they're very rich people. And you don't want them, you know, and you like that too.
Yeah.
And you make fun of them and stuff. But you know what? It made us who we are today.
Absolutely, you know, and I've you know, I worked hard and to get to where I am today, and it's definitely paid off. You know, I have a daughter, you know, so.
Sure.
What does an alderman do? When you say when people ask you for something, you get it done. Can you give me an example?
For example, if someone had in the neighborhood there was a you know, I'll give you, it's just happened recently. There was a hole in the ground. It wasn't a pothole. It was like you could see that the water had drained some of the underneath away. And so I called the city up that night, because I thought it was a safety issue, and I called them up, said, hey, can you send someone out here? And I actually met them out there to see how bad of a problem it was, and they actually put a metal plate over it and a horse with the light flashing so that people wouldn't drive over it. And the very next day they showed up and fixed it. Things like that. You know, our trash not getting picked up. It's just so many different issues, parking issues. You know, people that, you know, geez, you know, is there any way you can get no parking signs on where we live, because we just can't, you know, it's too narrow of a street. And when you have, especially in the winter months, when they're plowing and they leave, you know, some snow on the side of the road, it makes it even more narrow. So they look for that no parking on one side or whatever, just so that it makes it safe, you know. So I always look at it I look at the safety aspect of it. Is it a safety issue? You know, could someone get hurt if we don't take care of this right away? And I'll contact whether it be the police or the highway department or the fire department or planning. You know, someone, you know, putting a bunch of vehicles on their property that aren't registered. You know, things like that. There's just so many. You know, but it's important to those people. I try not, you know, and I try not at all to get involved with neighbor disputes, because sometimes, unfortunately, they'll be saying something negative about their neighbor, and I'm not going to get in the middle of it. You know?
One of my biggest accomplishments, Tammy, and I brag about this all the time. Our park across the street looked like hell.
Yeah.
It really did. I talked to Bill and I worked together, where I can very proudly say that Sweeney Park is an awesome-looking park.
Yeah, it is.
And when they have a whole new, it looks like a ship, like a Noah's Ark type thing.
A playground.
More kids are playing there, Bill.
Oh, it's awesome.
More,
Yeah,
more,
awesome.
and more. And
Yeah.
there's no. And I want you, when you have a new basketball court, and folks, this is Bill Barry, and he fights for Ward 10. I dare anybody to say that they can do what he's doing, because I know you're too lazy to do it. I don't care who's running, okay? But he and I, we talked about it. Next thing I know, there are people out there working on the park. Am I correct?
Right.
And and then they pulled the substation up, which is a rickety, falling apart type thing. People were sleeping under the mobile home or park there, and they were managing and stuff like that. And we had this. The only thing I'm upset about, they built a brand new walkway, and then 6 months later they tear it apart.
Right.
You know,
that happens. You know, that happens. And we try to. And one of the things that I'm really proud of in Ward 10 is, and you ask what aldermen do. It's not just field phone calls and take messages and things like that. We also work on the budget for the city of Manchester. We vote on the budget and pass a budget every year. One of the things that I'm very proud of, since I took office in 2014, just in Ward 10, we've had 50 streets reconstructed and paved, which is a lot for one area, for one ward. So we get it done. You know, we work hard, and I have a good rapport with the highway department and all of our city departments. And the reason I do, I've taken it upon myself, because it's not mandated that you have to do it. But I'll go out with our highway department, with our police, with our fire, even with the ambulance service, especially with the opioid crisis and the homeless situations. I'll go out with them to see, how things are in the city, and I'll do it at different times of the day. Some, like with the plows, I've gone out with the plow driver. I've gone out with the fire department at night to see what they go through on a daily basis. I've been in law enforcement 35 years, but I still go out with the police because I want to see it from their view.
And that we have a great park and recreation people.
We do.
I go out there and I'll talk with them, and they'll say, "Oh, could I look at my watch?" They'll say, "What is going on out here again?" My biggest peeve is I hate people when they're on taxpayers' money, standing around doing nothing.
Right. We have some really good departments,
We
and I'll
really
tell you,
do.
our department heads are second to none. I mean, if I ever call them up for to get something done, they're on it right away. They're not. It's not like, well, we'll get to it. I mean, like today, I called. The lady called. There was a sewer, and looked like it was sinking, and she sent me a picture of it. I immediately sent it off to the highway department, and they said that they're going to get to it in a few days. They said, if it's not done in 2 days, let us know. Well, I went by and I saw the truck going to it today. So it was getting done the very same day I called.
In
So.
fact, I'm going to be in contact when I get home with a picture of a car that's on the sidewalk that's got
Yep.
a flat tire that's been there 3 months.
Okay, that's a perfect example of what we we'll deal with. Because
Bill, when is election day?
November 5th.
November 5th?
Yeah, Tuesday, November 5th.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Bill is running for alderman, not at large, but just
No,
alderman
just
for
Alderman
Ward
of Ward 10. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And folks, if you want a good and honest alderman, believe me, all these people that are running for all know me. They know what I stand for. They know what I believe, because I'm going to be running for a state rep.
Yeah.
I've already made up my mind on that, If you're going to do the talk, then do the walk.
Right. Yeah.
You and I are going to have to take a walk around that river sometime.
Yeah. It's you're talking about the homeless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy walking and talking with them. Now, I don't have to go to Bronson Park, is that what it's called?
Yeah,
I don't have to go to
Bronstein.
Deptford. I go down by the river, what is it, here's across the Merrimack there. I walk down by there, and you know what? I love it.
Yeah.
I learned that, I'm not any better than they are.
No. And one thing that people have to keep in mind is not everyone that's homeless is involved with drugs.
No.
Most of them, if not all of them, are suffering from some type of mental
Right,
illness.
yeah.
And it's sad because that's not their fault.
No.
But there are people, unfortunately, that just don't want to work.
Well, yeah.
And
But you know what?
can
There's
get
a
them
lot
job,
of
they don't
them.
want to do it.
Years ago, when I first moved here, okay, I used to have 2 or 3 different ones that stayed at my house. They liked being homeless because they like to travel. What they call vagabond. Remember that word? And, and the bums or the whatever. But they were happy doing it.
Right. They just want to be left alone.
Yeah. And I meet a lot of people down hands across the Merrimack. I don't have to go to all these different parks,
Right.
and meet them all. I can meet them right there. And I enjoy talking with them. And I'm not afraid if they're sitting at the park to go into my house, bring back a cup of coffee for them. Isn't that what we're supposed to do? Talk to them, let
Yeah.
them know that we care.
Yeah, and you know what? It's like anything in life. If we all pitch in, if we all work together, things will get done. And part of the there's so many elements of the homeless population and opioid crisis in the city of Manchester, because we have it all here. And I've said it. I'm the chairman of the Alcohol, Other Drugs, and Youth Services Committee. And we had a meeting last night, and we addressed the issue. And one of the biggest, there's so many different reasons why Manchester is getting overwhelmed with people that are homeless and sleeping on the streets and so on. But part of it is, we have Safe Station here, which it works well. Chief Goonan does a fabulous job, and the men and women of the Manchester Fire Department do a great job. But what's happening is throughout the state, they're sending them here to get assistance because, why? Because we have Safe Station, we have Suboxone and methadone clinics, we have treatment centers, we have Manchester Mental Health, we've got New Horizons, so we've got shelter space. But we're running out. We're running out of that. And the state just set up what they called the doorway. And that's consists of 9 different hubs throughout the state of New Hampshire, one of them being Manchester, Nashua, Concord, Salem, Berlin, Keene, Lebanon, Laconia, and so on. Rochester, maybe, I think, Rochester or Dover. But what's happening is the state has received a ton of money. I heard different numbers, but one of them was like $57 million from the federal government to address the issues. So when you set up 9 hubs, the 8 other ones, other than Manchester, should be built around what Manchester has. So outfitted, I guess you could say. They should be outfitted. They should have mental health available. They should have Suboxone and methadone clinics available. They should have beds available. They should have treatment centers available. The hospitals. Manchester's got 3 hospitals. We've also got the county jail in the city of Manchester. We also have a state prison and federal prison halfway house in the city of Manchester. So what do you think? First of all, we're attracting a lot of people here because we have, we can address the treatment and things like that for them. But when it doesn't work, because a lot of times it takes several times for these people to finally get it and work to fix their problem, before they do that, they end up staying here and they become homeless and living off the
So does
street.
that state, do they help them to find treatment centers?
We're hoping.
Okay.
Yeah, we're hoping. Our mayor is working really, really hard. I mean, if you knew half of the stuff that she's been doing to try to address this issue
yeah.
and get things resolved, it's amazing. I mean, I sat down with her yesterday and she gave me an outline of everything that she's been doing, and it's kind of frustrating because you're hoping that other people are going to step in. And my understanding now is the state is finally getting it. They've come down, just like I did. I told you I did the ride-alongs and stuff like that.
Right.
When you actually see it, then you believe it. So they've had directors from the state come down and do ride-alongs and go down to Elm Street in Manchester, go to the parks in Manchester. So now they see it firsthand what we're going through as a city, and they've agreed to step in and help out. So
And also, folks, come and see what is going on the west side. We have the homeless problem on the west side, so it's not only just downtown. I get so upset with everything going downtown.
Right.
One of my goals that I'd like to talk to you about sometime is, why can't we set up a small shopping store, grocery store, so that the people on the west side could come and go shop without having to go all the way with a Bedford or whatever. And I'm not going to repeat who said, but there was a lot of comments and were not really nice to me about it. And
yeah,
that's okay.
it's one of those. The city can't do it.
No.
It has to be like a market basket.
Right.
Which,
But-
we have one in Bedford. We have one in
Yeah.
downtown Manchester. Hannaford's also in Bedford. But you're right, because we used to have
The Vista Foods.
Vista Foods over where Rite Aid is
Yeah.
and in that area, but they're tearing that down because CMC's using it.
That's my pet peeve.
Yeah, but it's good though. It's actually good. What CMC is going to be doing with that is going to help a lot.
Yeah, but I think they should pay taxes, just like every other
Yeah.
place. I'm a big thing about that. They charge you millions of dollars or to be a patient here, right? Well, you know what I mean. I feel that like Elliott Hospital doesn't pay taxes. Everything that is in there and like that. I'm sorry. I'm an old-fashioned person. Pay your way. And if you can afford to build all, and I'm happy that they're doing this, but if you could build a multi-billion-dollar hospital, or you can pay like the River's Edge,
River's Edge.
or you can do all this stuff, they can pay taxes.
Right. Oh, I agree. Is that your phone?
Oh, we got a call coming in. Hello, welcome to Norm Community Corner.
Hi, Norm.
Hi there.
Yeah, I'd just like to say that you and Cami, if you didn't know, appear to be color coordinated on TV.
Oh, well, thank you. That's good because we're a
You
couple.
have the green, she has the red. Yes, you and Cami are color coordinated.
Well, see, she taught me how to dress the way I do. And she wants me to be the superior queen.
And some men are
Yes, and,
colorblind.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever told Tammy? Has anyone ever told Tammy she looks like the actress Ellen Barkin?
I have not heard Ellen Barkin. I hear Reese Witherspoon.
That's who you look.
Okay, I can see that too.
And this Jim?
This is Jim. Yes.
Yeah, you're being on next week, right?
Yes, I am.
You want to come on
You
next
still
week? I'll
want me?
go
I'm
read
ready.
it.
I'm prepared.
Okay. If I didn't want you, trust me, I'm not bashful, are we?
No.
I would
Okay, I know.
Okay?
Thank you, Norm. I appreciate it. You're very nice. You're a very generous soul.
Well, you know, I'll probably have you on for an hour, and I'm going to have my friend Chris on for an hour.
Okay.
Got 2 hours is a
Whatever you
long
want. I know
time.
it's your show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Believe me, people learn. It's my show. I don't put up on anything. But if you want to come on at 4, you want to come on at 5.
I'll have to look at my schedule, but we can figure it out after.
All right. Which is more convenient
It's up
for
to
you?
you. Whatever you want.
Okay, I'll Facebook you or text you or call whatever. We'll all have everybody on because I'm not able to read you right now, you know. And of course we have our famous Bill Barry from Ward 10. Oh, he blushes. He's very humble.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for calling.
All right, Norm. Thanks. I enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Bye, guy.
Bye bye.
Thanks.
You know, Bill, I actually would like to see you run for like state senate sometime.
Possible. I mean, that's something down the road.
What if I told you I do see you doing that?
So
As you know.
okay.
As you know, I
Now
do.
you have to
readings.
do it.
Yeah.
Now you got it. You don't want to make me out wrong, do you?
You heard it here first on Norm Show.
Right. Well, that's like I told Ross Terrell that he's going to be running for alderman. I also told him he's going to run for school board and everything is happening the way I said
He
it
did.
would.
Yeah, he's
You
doing
know?
it. Yeah.
Yeah. And one thing I'm looking with you too, Bill, is that you are going to be around in politics for a long, long time. You enjoy it.
I do. I enjoy. Well, you know, it goes back to again the way I was brought up, and I'm proud of it. I mean, right when I graduated from college, I started working, not only coaching, but volunteering in the community. I was on the board of directors at the Webster House for 13 years. I've worked with the Boys and Girls Club, the Salvation Army, Big Brothers, Big Sisters. I was actually a mentor at Bakersville School for the young kids. That was while I was at the sheriff's office. So I went through the Big Brother, Big Sister program with them, Make-A-Wish, Special Olympics, the Challenger League in the city of Manchester. So I've been volunteering a lot of time in the community, and I enjoy it. I don't get paid for it. I just do it. But I did it, and I actually did it, which I think is important. I did it not as a stepping stone for politics because I had my ambition was not to get involved with politics. What I did it was being brought up, and I knew all these organizations helped us out as a family, and I wanted to give back. So same thing. I worked with all these organizations that helped us out when we were growing up.
Well, I danced with the mayor, right?
Yes, yes,
it
you
was
told
so
me.
cool.
Yeah.
It really was. She didn't know because I'm not a very nice guy on Facebook at times. I mean, but because I
You
can
gotta
be
start
very
being
critical.
nicer to her. She appreciates you, and she certainly
And I
appreciates
actually
dancing
went
with
on
you.
and I said to her, how about a dance? And one of the people said, you might want to dance because he has a TV show. But I had a good, you know what, Bill? The work that those people, when the senior citizens, everybody that puts into it,
Right.
that they put into that to have such a great success that they had, and I was pretending to do the dirty dance with them women. One lady was going to give me $1, and I said, "No, honey, that's okay." Kind of been trying to take my shit. And I got to tell you, I had more fun. And I asked the mayor and her friend there if it was okay to bring my partner with us so that we could dance, and they said no problem.
Yeah,
You
good.
know.
That's good. Speaking of seniors, we have a luncheon on Friday at noontime. What they do is every year the Friends of the Cashin Center, and I'm on the board of directors of that. We fund it. So what we do is it's a lobster, and they have chicken tenders from the back room if you can't eat lobsters or whatever, if you don't like it. So they have it, and it's every year. So they're having it this coming Friday, and I'll be volunteering, serving the lobsters and chowder and all that stuff. So
And where's that at?
it's at the Cashin Center on Friday at noon. But they've already sold. I think they sell out quickly. We do charge $5, not us, but the
Yeah.
center, only to make sure that the people that say they're going to go actually show up. And it's not because $5 for a lobster dinner is pretty good. And but it's more to make sure that they show up, because a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, give me 2 tickets or 3 tickets or 4 tickets." Next thing you know, they don't use any of them because they haven't paid a dime.
And the place was packed at the hotel there we went to.
Yeah, it always is. Yeah, I missed it this year. I was working, but they were. So you get a good crowd there.
Well, I'm going to be out of town, so I can't go, but that's okay. But they also have a Christmas dinner for the seniors,
Yeah,
right?
they
At
do.
the Salvation
Absolutely. At
Army or
the
something like
Catchment
that.
Center, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to come on next week, come on on, okay? We'll do a reading on you. We'll talk about what she's done. Oh, here we go. Welcome to Norm's Community Corner. Hello?
Hi, Norm.
Hi.
Hi, Norm. This
Hi.
is Debbie.
Betty.
Hi, Debbie. What's happening, Debbie?
Well, can you tell me, is this a call-in to, should I pose questions, or do you read for me?
Yeah, well, you can ask questions, and I can tell you that you're going to do pretty well. And what is your major question, Debbie?
My major question is, I'm 60. I'm currently not working. I've been remarried for about 4 years now, and I'm just still searching for what it is I either want to do, or basically what the future holds for working, or should I just relax and not worry about it?
I would
'Cause
tell
I
you.
am basically retired now.
Yeah, I would also. One of the things I will tell you is, don't over dramatize. Okay, don't worry about it. You know what? You're going to be fine. I would tell you to either volunteer to do things, or I would also tell you to work maybe part time. Don't work full time. That would be too much for you.
Okay.
Okay, take your husband by the hand and travel.
We do.
Okay,
And
don't
that is
stop.
a good thing.
Right, stop beating yourself up so much.
Okay.
You
I
have
do that.
Okay, you have a great heart. You care for people, and I would encourage you to do a lot like volunteer work instead of sitting home on your buttocks and getting a little fat body. You don't want to do that.
No, I don't. I'm actually not doing that. And what I do now is I do work out quite a bit, and so I don't want that to be my whole focus in life.
Oh, no,
although it's
no.
fantastic for my age. I should say.
I'm going to be encouraging you to do volunteer work
Okay.
because you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, financially you do okay, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And you own your own house?
Well, my husband owns the house. I mean, I've only been married 4 years, but he basically has, he owns everything.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything, but so that's where my insecurity comes from a
Right,
little
but
bit.
yeah,
So I think that.
yeah. One of the things I want. Are you from New York, Debbie?
Yes.
And
Do you know the accent, or do you know me? No?
I know you, darling. You're the hot little Philly from New York. I actually want. Yeah, I actually know. I want you to remember this. He loves you very much.
Okay.
Stop doubting it. Otherwise, you would have never got married.
Yep. You know about the insecurity issues.
I
That's what
sure
I talked to you about,
do.
so
I want you to write a
I'm
letter.
working on that.
Yeah, I want you to write a letter to yourself.
Okay.
Okay, and what I want you to do, because you're a volcano ready to explode.
Yep.
Okay, I want you to write a letter to yourself, and I want you to burn it into the ash, into the universe. That way, you're going to have a lot more patience with yourself, and stop doubting the person that you married. I know financially he's pretty well off. He doesn't remind you that he owns everything, right?
Well, yes, yeah. That's how I feel.
Yeah, but he doesn't say
But
it
he's
outwardly.
very generous.
Yeah. Okay, stop doubting the relationship that you're in.
Okay.
Go out. You're when you're working out, you're overworking too much.
Yeah.
Slow it down. Go out and make your famous lasagna, girlfriend.
Okay. Norma, actually, things are much better than when I had talked with you some time ago. So I really am working at it. I just don't know how to get past sometimes that insecurity that I create,
Right.
that I feel.
Well, do me a favor. Facebook, we will talk about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much for
All
taking
right.
my call. Have
All
a good
right.
night.
Have a great time. Yep. Bye-bye.
Okay, Norm. Bye-bye.
She got married like I told her she would. She married a multi-millionaire. She can give some of that to me. How about you?
There you go.
I can take it with a smile. This woman that just called in, she went through hell and back with 3 other marriages. Now she found someone, so she's having a hard time loving herself. That's what I like to. I like the feedback you got today. Wasn't it pretty awesome?
It is pretty awesome.
And you want to introduce yourself and tell the people?
My name is CamiBaker.com. I'm the author of Mingled to Millions and the forthcoming Lead or Be Led. I am a brilliant business strategist, and I come up with the craziest campaigns to help people get in front of their ideal clients.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's really good. And you are?
I'm Chris Duhaime. I own Pivot Creative Management, full service digital agency here in Manchester, right down the road actually. And we help clients understand what their story is for their clients and how they can differentiate themselves from their competition.
Hey, Bill, want to see me do a reading on him?
Sure.
Okay. You ready?
Let's do it.
You ready to take the good and the bad?
I'll take whatever, yeah.
And the wild life you had? Bill, while you shuffle those up.
You want me to shuffle them up?
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing I see about you is that you are always going to be, even though it may seem doubtful, don't be discouraged because you're on the right path for your life.
Yeah. No.
And in your past life, you were a priest, by the way. Okay.
I can see that.
You've always been a very devout person in your religious beliefs, or your spiritual beliefs, as I call them. Okay, and and you had brought yourself up from nothing to where you are today.
Right.
Yeah, as you just said on there. Also, I also will tell you that how long you been married?
20 years.
Oh, yeah, poor wife.
Yeah. Well, that's sometimes I say that.
Yeah.
You know?
But this is your first marriage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have a beautiful daughter. I see you.
Uh-huh.
She's going to be very successful.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. What is she majoring in college?
She's a senior this year in high school.
Oh, in high
Yeah,
school.
so she's does really well in school.
I don't
So
see you
she's
being a
looking at-
politician.
She's looking at. I hope not. I hope she doesn't want to be. Hope she gets in. I actually wants to get into business. So
She's good. Whatever she chooses to do, because they know the support you're going to give to
Uh-huh.
her, she's going to be very successful. And you're going to have 2 grandchildren.
2.
Yeah. That okay? Or
Yeah.
you
No,
want
that's
10?
fine. That's
Or
fine.
do you want 10?
No, two's fine.
And the person, of course, the one thing your daughter has to be acknowledged of, and her future husband or whatever, they better get your approval.
That's right. Well, yeah, that's gonna come.
Yeah. And I also see you moving to another, always staying in 110, but moving to another area.
Yeah.
Okay. You have what I call a restless spirit. You can't sit around home doing absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
When the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know. Hey, I'm going to spread these out. I want you to take out 7 cards.
7? Okay.
Yeah. I'm doing a reading on Chris here, folks. And we got the Honorable Bill Barry, whom I have much, much respect for. And we will continue to work together.
And you have Cami.
And I have Cami. How could I forget my dizzy blonde? I do never call you a dizzy blonde.
No. not
Never call you an airhead.
No.
Oh, good.
No.
I am going to
Not
call.
me.
No.
I am going to call you an airhead,
You're going to call me an airhead.
and I'll explain why.
I'll take anything from you.
Ooh, baby. An airhead is someone like myself. We are very spiritual in what we do. Okay, we're in the world, but we're not of the world. Okay, you understand? That's why I call us an airhead. Okay, we do a lot of different things for people, but we don't look for that pat on the back. If it comes, okay. If it don't, okay. And we've learned from many things. And ahead with you is that you're always striving to reach the top goal. Sometimes when you're driving, you're a little fickle, you know. But you are always going to be very successful at whatever you do. So don't give up on yourself. Practice what you tell others. You know what I'm saying? I have to do that too. You know, I'm great at telling people how to do all this and that, you know. But then also and I have to say, my dog, who passed away a month ago, was very spiritually guiding for me, and saying, you know, making me go walk, because I don't want, you know, and all this stuff. Animals are really gifted at helping people find their path. You know, do you agree with that?
Yep. Yep.
All right. Shall I answer?
Oh yeah. Welcome to Norton's Community Corner.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Are you guys doing your readings right now?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So how does this work?
What'd you say?
Well, how does it work?
Oh, well, tell me, ask me a question, we'll go from there.
Okay. Well, how are you guys doing today?
Oh, we're doing fine. Don't be nervous.
Good.
Take a deep breath.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I just kind of
I don't know. I'm kind of new to this, so
Okay, I'll
is
tell
there
you.
anything that I should know?
Yeah.
How about that?
No, not really. One of the things I'm going to encourage you to do is start believing in yourself a lot more. Don't be discouraged. Okay? Work harder. You need to rebuild you to be a beautiful person. And one of the things I'm going to encourage you to do is to take a course with Cami Baker and maybe read her book.
Mingle to Millions.
Mingle to Millions. And I want to see you be successful for you, not anybody else. And no, darling,
Right.
you're not dying early. You're going to live a long time.
Okay.
Okay? How old are you?
Okay. I'm 29.
Okay, you have a child?
I have 3.
3. Did I talk to you earlier?
No, you didn't talk to me.
Oh, okay. You ready to are you ready to have a number 4 child?
Including my husband, he's my number 4. Yes, I forgot about him.
Well, then we'll call him number 5 child.
Okay.
Because I do see you having another child.
Yay. Yes, one more. I just need one more.
And that's all up to you. One thing I do see, and I'm going to encourage you to do, go online and get a college degree.
Okay, online.
You're smart. You have a lot of intelligence, and you get a lot of people like myself that will support whatever you want to do.
You're right.
Okay, stop
Right.
Stop beating yourself up, and you've got to trust your husband more.
Okay, I will.
Okay, who has a drinking problem around you?
A drinking problem?
Yeah.
Oh, many people.
That I've seen there's someone that is going to be mouthing off, and it's a female, and they're going to be mouthing off at the wrong police officer, and she's going to spend between 30 and 90 days in jail.
Okay. I'll be aware. I'll let them know.
Okay, it's not you. Okay, you're pretty card. I'm not saying you don't drink, and there's nothing wrong with that, but just you're a great mom, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, you don't think so, do you?
I don't what?
Do you think you're a good mom?
I think I could be a better mom.
I'm going to tell you now, every
I
day
know.
is a long process. It's not easy being a parent. You agree,
Yeah.
Bill? But you will. It will be. It's not easy, is it, Kaylee, being a parent? I want you to always remember this. You are a winner every day. Look in that mirror and say, you know what? I am a winner. And are you also employed?
I am.
Okay. And you don't depend on anybody for anything, do you?
Yeah, I try not to.
Boy, are you a proud lady, and I compliment you for that. I really do. I think that you keep on the work that you're doing. I'm going to give you my phone number, too, okay? It's area code 603-289-4789. And I'll have you call me. We'll talk more at home on my private phone after 7, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, 603. I'm sorry.
What was your number again?
Oh, 289-4789.
Okay. Just one little quick question.
Sure.
So my mom passed away.
Oh, would you like to, okay, would you like to talk to her?
Yes, I would.
She told me that, okay, she's watching over you and your grandchildren, or her grandchildren.
Mm-hmm.
And she also told me, no, you do a lot of yelling, don't you?
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been lately, yeah.
Yeah, okay. She wants you to calm down on the yelling because she loves you very much. I also am going to tell you that you can be a very good cook when you want to be. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. Crock pots are wonderful, But I also will tell you, your mother was strict, huh?
Yeah, very strict.
And you try to be the same way. Don't do that. Be yourself. And I also will tell you that she's with you every night and she's watching her grandchildren.
Well, how can she make another grandbaby if her mom's with her watching her all the time?
She's a spirit.
Right?
Spirits can watch whatever you do.
Creepy.
They can actually watch you having sex. with
Well,
them.
that's what I'm talking
Well,
about.
there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't want to know my mom was watching me have sex.
But no, she won't be doing that.
I'm
but-
just gonna have to put a do not disturb sign on my doorknob.
There you go.
Hey, there you go. That's the way to do it. I also see you moving.
Moving?
Yeah. You want a new place?
Yes. I
Okay.
would love a home.
Okay, and that's to have a house of your own. It's going to take about another year to a year and a half, and I do see you having your own home.
Yeah.
So, see,
I mean, you know, I just feel like this is my home, but then I just feel more like
you want
I'm
your
more of a
own.
guest than
Yeah.
you know, a homeowner. So
You are going. Actually, I will tell you.
you know.
I see you buying a 3-bedroom, fixer-upper house with one garage, and I see there's a lot of outside work that has to be done. Is your husband capable of running, being a carpenter?
No, he's a sushi chef.
Oh, he's a teacher.
Sushi set chef.
Yeah.
Oh,
but,
then you're not a carpenter. You can take anything and repair it, can't you?
Oh yeah, I can. I'm actually I could do anything that I see.
If somebody tells you you can't do it, you're going to do it, right?
You're right, correct.
Okay. Okay, hon, give me a call later tonight at home, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Oh, you got me in a lot of readings, see? Folks, we are here with Cami Baker,
Mingle to Millions.
Mingle to Millions, and Chris, what's your last name?
Duhaine.
I'm sorry?
Chris Duhaine.
Duhaine?
Duhaine, yeah.
Duhaine.
And the Honorable Bill Barry. Take your head off and shake it at him, Bill. There you go. Famous Alderman from Ward 10.
Those are some cool cards.
Yeah, that's from
Yeah,
the
they're-
Bahamas.
Yeah, they're different.
A friend of mine got it when she was in the Bahamas, and they've been blessed by a Jamaican spiritual lady. You cannot get anything more powerful than having a spiritual Jamaican lady do a blessing for you. Oh, maybe. Welcome to North Community Corner.
Hi there.
Hi there, Mary. How you doing?
Not too bad, and you?
I'm doing really well. We have the Honorable Bill Barry on with us.
Yes, I see him. Hello, Bill.
Hi, Mary.
And then we have Cami Baker. I think you met Mary before.
I
Hi,
have met Mary
Tammy.
several times. Hey, Mary.
And we have Chris. And I'm going to ask
Duhaine.
Hello to
Duhaine,
everybody.
yeah,
Got it.
you know. How you feeling?
Pretty good. I'm getting there, put it that way.
No, good. Go slow. Don't overdo it.
Yeah.
Want to
Yeah,
tell you a
getting
story?
slowly.
Yeah. Mary, you want to tell you?
Can I tell? I'm going to say it shortly. A small story that happened to me. I call it a miracle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, listen to Bill. This is amazing.
You know, I got to share it with the Golden Girls, and the song of the Golden Girls means a lot to me. If you hear it and listen to it, people have to listen to that song, know what it means, and it means a lot to me. Norm gave me a set of prayer beads. They're beautiful. They came from Bishop Paul to Norm from the Vatican, and which I love them with a passion. I wear them on my show and everything else. I wear them everywhere because it's serenity for me. Last week, I was on a Saturday. I had woken up, and I just sat there just thinking and everything. And I heard this voice, "Hi, Mary." And I knew it was from my mother. I knew my mother's voice. And I heard like one knock. It's like something she's trying to tell me. I didn't know what it was, but now I know. It was a miracle. This week, we went down to see Senator Sanders Monday, and I talked to him and everything. And nobody knows, but Senator Sanders is in the hospital. He had a heart attack. So I sent prayers to him and his family. I was talking to him, and he says to me, "Tell the people what your story is." So I did, about the insulin that I need, the needles I take 6 needles a day. And there's 10 NM1 packages, so there's 4 left for the next day. And
it's hard for me to get insulin with everything going on. I've been trying different insurance to try to help me get my insulin. So I was sitting there, and this man was all in orange, and he gave the lady next to him some money to give to me, and she tapped me on my shoulder, and she said, "Here, this is from him." And I said, "Please, it's okay. I'll get my insulin one way or another. If I had to borrow money because I was totally out of insulin to get it." And after everything was done, and when Senator and everybody got up, I looked over to my right, and he was gone. Like, he wasn't there. And I said to the girl, I said, "Where did this man go?" Because I wanted to go around and say, "Thank you so much for what he did for me. He gave me money to get insulin." But he just, like, I can't explain it, he just disappeared. Like in thin air, this man. He was all in orange. I can't explain it, how I felt when I went to look back for him, and he was not there.
Was he really there, Mary, or did you?
Yes, no, he was there, because he gave the money to the girl next to him, and she said, "He's the one that giving you the money to go get your insulin that you need." So Glenn was with me, and I said, "Oh my God!" I didn't want to take the money. I really didn't. And I said to Glenn, "This man just gave me some money to get my insulin because my sugar was way over 450 at this point." So I looked back, and I said to Glenn, "I have to talk to this man, find out who he is." He was gone. I says to the girl, "Where's this man?" She said, "He was just here a couple of seconds ago." And he literally disappeared, like it was out of thin air. It's just like out of thin air. He was there and he was gone.
I believe it's
And
an
I said,
angel.
"Did anybody see this man in orange?" And they said, "What man with orange?" I saw him in orange. But
Now-
nobody, I guess no one else saw him. I don't know where this man went to.
He went back into the heavenly scene, Mary.
You know, and the girl was kind of surprised. She said, "He was just here." And I'm going, "I know he was just, I saw him." I said, "You saw him," and I saw him. He just up and disappeared.
Well, see, you were meant to go to that meeting, that rally there, and I believe that he was there was an angel coming there to help her.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of times, even though on your show, Norm,
Yeah.
lots of times that we see little feathers come from out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Feathers?
Feathers, little white feathers.
Feathers.
Which
Little
I
feathers
didn't
come
see
out
that
of
first.
nowhere, and there's no birds in the studio. I see them on my show and everything else. I see little bitty feathers. And Norm seen, I said, "Oh, say to Norm, look, Norm, there's a little feather coming down."
Yeah. This studio was really blessed with people. If people would appreciate what we have here, the craft that we have here, you know. Well, Mary, I'm going to let you go, hon. We got another call coming through.
All righty.
I'll give you a
God
call
bless
later.
everybody.
Don't forget, Saturday you're going to a cookout if you're up to it.
Okay. Okay.
All right? Yeah.
All right. Catch you later.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Mary and I've known each other for years and years. She was my boy. I used to fight and she'd beat him up for me. Really? Okay, Chris, are you ready? Chris, one thing about you is that you're quite intelligent, but you don't always use it to your best advantage.
Okay.
Okay? You ponder things, don't you?
Sure.
And in other words, you want to make sure you're making the right decision for. It's okay to make a mistake. You don't have to be perfect. Am I correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see what this one says. You in the next 10 months and 10 weeks, you got a lot of different decisions coming up for you. Are you ready to travel and move out of this area?
No.
Okay. It doesn't be. You're going to have the choices if you want.
Okay.
Okay. Always remember, whatever I read to you is never in concrete. Okay?
Sure.
We can always change it. But I also will tell you, you're going to learn a lot and get a lot of experience with the different classes and motivational. I actually look at you becoming a motivational speaker.
Interesting.
Think
The
you can do
castle
that?
is the start.
It might be, yeah.
Yeah. No, we're not might be. We're going to be.
Going to be, all right.
Okay. Now, two things I hate hearing. I hope. I don't like that word. Hope. I know. Or it might be. I say, I'm going to be confident because the angels are going to help with you, and they're going to, well, maybe. I want you to believe in you. You and your wife are going to be married for at least 50 years. Okay. When you first got married, you weren't sure if you wanted to get married or not, huh? But then it came natural in the end.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, you and your wife knew each other in your past life. This is why you're connected very well. You're really basically a very shy person.
Usually.
A couple of ginger ales, you can be up and running.
Right.
Right, okay. I'm not saying you're an alcoholic or anything. I would never say there's
Sure,
nothing wrong with. As long as you know how to control and drink, I can't. So I know, and I'm very grateful that I am sober today. Mental health at one time, Bill. That's why I went to the day program they had there. It was fantastic. They didn't hold my hand. They didn't pull any punches. And I went there for 30 days, I think it was, or 3 months there. And they had the best. You know, they helped me to reach it's okay to be who you are.
Good.
They do, folks, as Bill knows, they do have good programs. You don't like making, you ponder, huh? And then you're worried about making a mistake. Don't do that anymore. Be a little more spontaneous. Okay. You own your own house?
Yeah.
You in the bank, of course, you know.
Yeah,
But it's a
they
nice
own it
house.
technically right now.
Yeah. But it's a beautiful house.
Yeah.
And you put a lot of work into it.
We did. Yeah.
Okay. And you're not done yet.
Okay.
Your son has, your wife has different things that she has in mind, okay? She's a hard-working lady, isn't she?
She is, yeah.
Okay. And she also, what does she do?
She's in sales.
In sales?
Yep.
Let me tell you, she's going to break a lot of records in sales.
Good to know.
Okay? And hang on to her. She's a keeper.
Yeah.
He married well.
Yes, he did. That's
I knew that
right.
already.
Today, the women can outwork the men today in a lot of places, and that's okay.
I'm perfectly fine with
But
that.
I actually do see you having a child. Looks like a boy. I'm not sure if you're going to have it. But I actually see you adopting a child as well, okay? And it's going to be almost like, nobody else wants a child. It's going to be like a baby. And then one could have some special needs. Not major one, but when the love that you and your wife will give to this child will be overwhelming. Because you have a lot of love to give. You have a dog?
Yeah.
That dog your baby?
Oh, yeah.
You have one dog?
Oh, I have one dog, it's mine, and then one was hers.
Okay, you got another one coming. That could be hours.
Got it, okay.
What kind of dogs?
One's a beagle, and one's a duck-tolling retriever, which is like a mini golden.
Yeah. My granddaughter just adopted a beagle.
Oh, really?
And I am so proud of her because 3 years ago we almost lost her to bully cyber killing, and we almost lost. Now in McLaughlin Street School was not very good school. I cannot recommend anybody going there. And that's what my granddaughter went through, But I can say now she's going to a Portsmouth and a community college here. She's on the D's list. She wants to be a veterinarian tech.
Good.
Then there's another thing. People can change, even young teenagers, You were always shy at school, too, weren't you?
For the most part.
You didn't have a whole lot of friends. You had selected friends, okay? And you went to college?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Were you on the Dean's list?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, what if I told you I saw you going back to school again? Well, you're doing what she's going to teach you. You always have the mind that you're always looking for answers. And they can be right in front of you, okay? And your wife is the same way. Do you know what speeding tickets are?
I do, yeah.
You want one?
No.
Okay, you better slow down. My friend Bill can't help you.
Okay.
If I get one, I'll give him a call. But I get a funny story to tell you after that. I got accused of driving. I went before I had my eye operation. And I said, sir, I don't even own a car. And you giving me a hard time? I go, no. Luckily, one of my lawyer friends were on the phone, so I let them talk to him. I have a lot of influential friends, and that comes in handy. Yeah. But the one thing I also won't tell you is your dad still alive? Mm-hmm. Okay, you have a good relationship with him? Mm-hmm. And he's very proud of you. He likes the lady you married.
Oh, good.
Okay, he's very particular, isn't he? And you have more of your mother's quirks, but you also have your dad's too. Yeah. You've got to learn how to speak more openly. I think there's a course that you're going to be taking, and that you're going to be. And what's it called?
It's the Castle series.
The Castle?
Yeah, Mastermind at the Castle.
Okay, see how that goes right in with the reading, see? But I also will tell you, okay, Your life has not always been easy, has it?
No.
You've always worked very hard for everything you have. Stop beating yourself up over it because it's made you who you are, okay? You play a musical instrument?
No. No.
Try a piano.
Try the piano? All right.
I'm going to give you a challenge.
Okay.
I challenge you to play the piano.
All right.
You'll take it. You also need to do a lot more writing within yourself. When you do a job, you do website designing, right? You're a perfectionist at it, aren't you? And if anybody interrupts you while you're doing that, you get all tizzy and all that, you know. If I told you that you have autism, what would you say to me?
If I had that I have autism? It's possible.
Believe it or not, everybody does. And I don't care who you are, everybody does. We all have our little quirks. We'll say, Bill, you're working on something, somebody interrupts you, you get all tizzy, then it takes a while to get back, right? That's what you do. When you're working on it, because you're so concentrating on what you're doing that you get all into a tizzy, and then you go, oh my God, I can't finish it. And then you finally calm down and you get back to it, okay? And, you know, there are different degrees of autism, you know, and all that. And you respect anybody and everybody. You don't judge. You're not a judging person. If I told you I saw you a big contract coming up for you in the job that you're doing, what would you say?
I'd say, all right.
You deserve it, right?
I would say I would hope so, yeah. I mean, yes.
Okay. You're only going to get what you feel you deserve. Okay. Am I right? Okay. When you start deserving it and when you start believing that you deserve it, you're going to get it. As a child, you've always been very creative. Okay. I hate to use the word odd duckling, but you kind of were, you know. But
Sure.
that's who you were.
Yeah.
And your parents were always very proud of you. You have brothers and sisters?
I have one brother.
One brother? You two are different as night and day, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little more wild than you are.
It's just different.
Yeah. But you get along great.
We do.
Okay. At your holiday time, well, you guys have a big celebration, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm telling you, I do see you moving. It's not going to be tomorrow. It's maybe 5 to 7 years down the road. Okay.
Is it to an island or like a beach or something?
Actually, I do see you visiting Ireland. You have a passport?
Yeah.
Okay, can I see you doing a lot of traveling with your wife?
Right.
Enjoy it before the little children come along. I do see you with 2 children.
2 children.
2 children,
All right.
okay. And you stop doubting you'll be a great dad. Your wife will make a great mom. Your parents set you a very good example, okay? When your dad spoke, though, you listened, huh?
Oh, yeah.
And when your mom spoke, if you don't listen, I'm going to tell your father. That's all you needed,
sure.
right? I don't see you in cancer cells. I really don't. I actually don't see you getting overweight. I actually see you maintaining your weight pretty well. And you have a good appetite.
I do.
When you eat, you can pack it away, huh?
I can, yeah.
Okay. Everything you have in your house, you and your wife have worked very hard for, okay? And you have a new car?
She has a newer car.
Okay. And that's okay with you. You don't like changing things, do you? You're very routine. You get up at a certain time, you eat a certain breakfast, you go to bed at a certain time. And when you work at home or you work at your home?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't become so introverted.
Okay.
Okay. Get out there and mingle with them, you know. Meet the people, okay?
Right.
I don't see you being in the political field, but I do see you having your own matter of fact or judgment that you want to have, okay? You don't judge other people, and that's a cool thing, okay?
Good.
And I don't know what your religion is or whatever, but spiritually you're very grounded, okay? Who does the housekeeping, you?
It's joint effort.
Okay. Yeah. You're more domesticated than she is.
A little bit.
Yeah.
She's better at doing
Yeah.
like fixing stuff and things like that than I am.
You like some things done a certain way, and you're very routine at it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give you a challenge. I want you to reverse everything that you're doing. I want you to do it just backwards.
Okay.
Find out, and believe me, it's going to be hard. You eat red meat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Your body will always require when it needs it. Your body is going to tell you. However, I'm going to encourage you to take a little more vitamin B. And you too, Bill. You need to take more vitamin B. Okay? I don't know what's in Canada. Ooh, young man, you got a lot of sex coming in the sex. Yeah, okay. You got a lot of success coming to you. but it's not going to be an overnight success.
Okay.
You're going to have to work very hard at it. And I will tell you, I don't see any jealousy with you and your wife. Okay. She makes maybe a little bit more than you do or whatever, but don't let that get into your way. Okay. Because like I said, you two are going to be married for a long time. I actually see you remodeling your house a lot. Have you done a lot of work to it already?
We have, yeah.
Okay. However, your grandfather on your father's side told me to tell you to wash your windows.
Okay.
Okay. You don't like washing windows.
No.
Okay. I would definitely tell you to wash your windows. And move your furniture around. Let some swans get into it so we get that brighter light in there. Okay?
Okay.
And I would also encourage even you to open your windows up for 1 hour every day. Whether it's winter, summer, or fall, because what you're actually doing is you're getting rid of all the negative energy that's in that house. You need to do it too, young lady. I don't care how cold you were. You know, and you too, Bill. I would really encourage you to do that. And another thing I would encourage you to do too is believe in yourself more.
Okay.
You're not a loser. You've gone down, but you've also gone back up again. Okay, and it's cool to make a lot of different decisions spontaneously. You know, see, that's a queen of me. You know. And like with Bill, he's going to start making more spontaneous decisions. Both of you weigh everything out before you do it. Okay. But this is you. And how old is your dad?
My dad is like 62.
If I told you I saw him go until 92, what would you say?
Good.
That would be awesome, right?
That'd be great, yeah.
And your mother, I see between 80 and 85.
Okay.
Okay. I also don't see a lot of sickness around them.
Okay.
Okay. They're pretty active, am I correct? Okay. Your dad still works? Okay. And this is what keeps them going. Okay. I am going to encourage you. When's the last time you took them out to dinner? Not long ago, huh?
That hasn't been that long.
Yeah.
Maybe I could do it more though.
I would encourage you to take me a spontaneous, maybe this weekend or something like that.
They're actually visiting my brother this weekend, but I can do it next weekend. Yeah.
The following weekend. Where's your brother at?
He's in Vancouver.
Canada?
Yeah.
All right. That's why I saw Canada in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also will tell you, I see you buying a summer home on a lake.
Perfect.
You like water, don't you?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a good swimmer?
No, my wife is though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would encourage you either get into tennis or golf.
Okay.
You need the exercise.
All right.
Otherwise, you got to get out of the house.
Okay.
Okay. Write that journal. And remember, write that book of what she has taught you. Okay?
Perfect.
And listen to what she's saying. By the time you're 50, you're going to be a very wealthy man.
I like that.
Money's not that important to you, but it is okay to be successful.
Yep.
You're a preppy. Back in the college, if I was in college, I'd call you a preppy.
Probably. Yeah.
I was a sloucher. I don't remember too much about college. You know, those homemade cigarettes. You have any questions?
How about I have my grandmother. How about have you got
Has she
anything?
passed?
She has. Yeah.
Okay. Whose side?
My mom's.
Yeah. She is very proud of you. And I also will tell you she's not sick anymore.
Okay.
And there are 2 cats and a dog. Okay.
Like,
and there's always, she loved flowers, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because there's a lot of flowers around her. And she actually comes and visits your mom and dad. She actually visits your brother, and she visits you quite often, and your brother. And they're doing well. And is your grandfather still around?
No.
Okay, because they're together. That's why she's a male person. They're together. And also, she is no longer sick. She's very well.
Good.
Okay. And she's sitting in either a recliner or did she drink tea? Oh, do you know?
Yeah, she may.
Because I see either hot coffee or tea.
Okay.
Okay. And she's sipping on it and doing what she. She was a little busybody. In other words, she had to keep active. But she can gossip.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what she's telling me. She bragged about you guys.
Yeah.
So just to let you
Sounds
know.
about right. Yeah.
She's fine.
Good.
Okay. How about you, Bill? No, we don't have time. I want you to come on again. We'll do one on you.
No, I absolutely will. Okay. Yeah, no.
One of the things I'm going to tell you, did your grandmother pass
Yeah.
on your mother's side?
Yep.
She doesn't understand. I'm going to quote her. What the hell you're doing in politics? Okay?
That could be my wife. That could be my mother.
What your wife is saying that too. But your mother is very proud of what you're doing.
Well, thank you.
And she blesses you, and she's proud of the fact that you came up from nowhere, like you just said, to where you are today. And once I am going to tell you, Bill, you're not going to go broke.
Yeah, well, that's
Health-wise, you're going to be okay. The only thing I want you to lose, thank you. The only thing I want you to do, you got to lose about 30 pounds. I don't want because I don't want you to make me on a lie and not be unhealthy. I want you to be healthy, okay? And what's keeping you going is your coaching. I actually see you doing basketball coaching as well. You're getting back into working with the kids again. Are you retired?
Yeah.
Okay. How long were you a sheriff?
Almost 27 years.
Oh my God! And you got to run again? For sheriff?
Possibly.
I want you.
Yeah.
I think you should.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll always be could I, should I, would I.
Doubting, yeah.
Okay. And now one thing I'm also going to tell you is you too got to watch your speed. And I don't think you're retired or what. You got the young rookie. Just because you got this or this and this or no, because you will get a ticket. But the one thing about it, you'll accept it graciously.
Yeah.
And because you'll know it's your own fault. Okay. And I also will tell your wife, is she retired?
No.
No. Okay. She's a busy, hard-working lady.
Yeah,
isn't
she is.
And you've got to spend more time with her.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time you two went away together? 2010.
No, we go away every year. We go away, and actually we went to, we vacation every summer, but we went to Nantucket this past August.
I would encourage you to go somewhere, just the two of you, and rent a hotel room. Get kinky, that's okay, but just get to know each other all over again. Open that door. Don't ever close that door to communication. Okay, I want to see you make it to 35 to 40 years. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, you're still young at heart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, stubborn as hell.
Yeah, it could be.
Are you Irish or French?
Irish and Polish.
Polish. Oh, that's where the stubbornness comes
That's
in.
the stuff.
And well, folks, thank you, Bill, for coming on. I want you to come on any-time.
I will.
Thank you, Cami, for coming on, and you too, Chris. If you want to come back on again,
appreciate it.
feel
Thank
that. If you want to come on next week, come on in.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And Penny, we got to rebook you. I'm going to try to get you on at least once a month, and I'm looking forward to meet your friend that's full of jealous, okay?
Yeah.
Both today we had, started to get more into what we did, but that's okay. Spirit leads us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spirit leads.
And you learned a lot today, too, and I did, too. And did you learn a lot?
Yeah.
Did you, too?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored and pleasant to let people know. I think people already know who I'm going to vote for, but that's okay. We'll keep it a secret on that day. If you don't, if you have any questions, you can call Bill, look online, and he'll get to you.
Right.
I'm not going to give on his number. That's not my job. But if you have any questions concerning Bill, November what day?
November 5th, Tuesday, November 5th at Parker Barney School.
Yeah, okay. And I'm going to be there, as you know. I talk to everybody, And just be the winner today, and because there's no such thing as a loser. And remember, before I go, remember, everybody there is a winner. And have a great night.